about that little interruption. I was doing a screencast upon a screencast and I ended up having a little bit of trouble. But like I was saying, with Screencastify, you can save it right to your Google Drive. And also, it will give you some information about that Screencastify video. And then also, right here, I can, if I want to, I could download the video. Right here, I can share it, not only on Google Drive, but you could also just share it up on YouTube and make it public, or just unlist it and only with the people with the link can share, view it, or you can make it private. So whatever you want to do with that video, you can share it. Right here, you can copy or trim it. So you can do some editing on this video right within that page, or you can trash it right away. So it's up to you what you want to do. So that is Screencastify. Play around with that extension. It's great. Another one you can do is Snagit. I really like Snagit. If I wouldn't be on a Mac, I'd probably use it more. A Mac, I can Shift Command 4 and do a quick little capture of anything on my screen. But if I didn't have that capability, and on Chromebooks they won't, there is something called Snagit. And it's right here, TechSmith Snagit. And here's my extension. So if I click on that, I can say, okay, I want to snag a region of this page, and I can click on that. It says drag it out to capture. So I drag it, and then I can take the picture of that, and it just creates a little screencast, an image file, and it's going to sync that and put it right in your Google Drive for you. So really nice and easy. You can actually write on that screenshot, add text, add shapes. So if you're trying to point out a specific image to your students, you can create a quick capture of that picture, add some text to it. So this is added text. So you can add text to it if you want. If you click on the little down arrow, there's a font size and different colored fonts. You can add ellipses. So let's say I want a green one here, and I want to have students pay attention to that. I can add that right on that Snagit video that I have, or Snagit image I have. If you want rectangles, you can do the same thing, and it'll just do a box. And then right here, if I want arrows and stuff like that, I can add arrows, whatever I want to that image. And then click on the three little boxes. I can grab a link to it, or I can download that image. And you can name it if you'd like to. My image. So this is, you can download it right away. It's saved as a PNG file, which is an image file, or you can go ahead and just grab the link for that image and link it. So that's Snagit. I really like that you can draw right on it. That's something my Mac won't let me do unless I take it into an editor. If you want a quick screenshot, yeah, do your Snagit, or on Windows, I think it's called the snipping tool. But on a Chromebook, this is what the kids will be able to use. Okay? So that's a great extension right here, Snagit. DraftBack is a really good extension too, and I have it running right now. It runs right in Google Docs, and if I wanted to have you see the creation of this Google Doc from start to finish, I can look at DraftBack, and if I click that, this isn't an extension that is going to show up here. It's an extension that's going to run right in Google Docs. But if I click View here, this is going to show how I created this Google Doc from start to finish. Now, why would this extension be important? Well, I think it's great if you're doing research with students, and the students are researching and they're putting this paper all together. You can watch and see if they copy and paste whole bunches of text right from the internet onto their documents. So you can catch kids in plagiarism right here using DraftBack if you want to. So DraftBack is a really great extension. But remember, you won't see it up here. It'll automatically be right on your document. So it's located right here, draft back. All right. So there are bunches of other ones. Here's Chromecast. If you're going to use a Chromecast, this is an extension that you will click on in order to view that Chromecast. And all you will do is have the little Chromecast icon and click on it, and it uploads your whatever is on your Chromebook screen onto the Chromecast on a television monitor on an LCD projector. If you want to edit Office documents, here is an extension for you right here. So check that one out. Pinterest even has an extension. Session Buddy, if you notice the way I am all the time on my computer, I have so many tabs open. Session Buddy is one that will keep track of all the tabs you have open in a session, and you can name that session and reopen it at any time. So check that one out. Sorted is for your email. It's an extension. And if I go into my email, I'll show it to you really quick. mail.google.com. And then here's my email, and I can start my email in sorted mode or in Gmail mode. So I want to show you what it looks like. If I click on sorted, there, I should be able to get it here. I have to activate it and log into it because I haven't done that for a while. Give it just a second. Now, what this does is it retrieves my email over here, and I can actually put mail into any of these columns. If I want, here, this is a Science Guy article, I can click on that, and I can tell my computer which sorted link to put that under. So right here, I can archive it, I can do whatever I want to, I can close it. But if I have sorted, I can take this and just drag it to one of these. Oh, I better follow up on Jeremy Christensen, or this has to do with our one-to-one rollout, or this is on my to-do list. And so you can just put those, it will show up on your email yet, but you can actually categorize your email on things of importance, and you can add these lists and rename the lists under sorted. So if you need just kind of an email organizer, there you go. I think that that'll be a nice one for you. Sorted. Word of the day and measure it. Measure it, I would use, it's this little ruler here. And what it will do is if you have images, you can measure sizes of images. So ask me about that if that's something you're interested in. Some of my favorite apps. The first one is BioDigital Human, and I'm just going to open up my apps and show you a couple that I think might be interesting. If you teach science at all, BioDigital Human is pretty cool if you're teaching anatomy, physiology, or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and log in really quickly, saying I'm already signed in here. This is when you have to sign up. And notice I could just go to human.biodigital.com index and find the same site, but sometimes it's a little easier to have those shortcuts which are in your apps. These are basically just shortcuts to websites. So here is BioDigital Human. Now look what you can do here. It's loading my human. It can be male or female, and it's going to show you a skeleton, and you can manipulate this skeleton around. You can look at all of the, instead of the skeletal system, I can turn that on and off. So if I want to turn off the skeletal system, I can turn on ligaments and do ligaments in the head and the thorax and the upper limbs. Okay, and if I want the skeleton to be on also, I can. So you can turn them on and off, which is pretty cool. If I want to take a look at just the respiratory system, there you go. And if I want to turn the skeleton off, I can and look at just the respiratory system. When you click on one part of it, it'll give you information about each part that I'm clicking on. So it's really an amazing tool, the BioDigital Human. Okay, And there are more things. You can look at different conditions of the blood, heart, and circulation. You can look at lymphoma, leukemia, anemia, angina. So it's just amazing what that app will do. And there's a 3D biodigital human also on the Chrome Web Store. Okay, go back to my apps. I can't spend a lot of time. There's an ancient history encyclopedia that I have used quite a bit when I taught social studies. I am not getting that to show up right now. So maybe my app is out of date. I'm going to go back into that again. Oh, there it is. Ancient.eu. Maybe it had time to redirect me. But you can search for different times of American history, but it really is a nice site. So I can go to index, and maybe I want to find something on ancient Egypt. I can click on E. If I want to do a search for Egypt, I can. And then I will find quite a bit of information about Egyptian mythology, Egypt, Thebes, lots of different search results for ancient history. So that's in on my apps. Okay, there's a YouTube app, there's a English memory app. Creately, what Creately will do is let you create mind maps, brainstorming apps, and things like that. So I'm going to wait for this to show up for you. And you can do lines and Venn diagrams and all kinds of things. I'm going to click on New Project here and show you what you can do. New document. What do I want to draw? And you can say a flow chart or whatever. Skip this and create a blank document. And here we go. So we have lots of basic shapes, arrows, block shapes, stars, and balloons. So what you can do if you want to drag this out, I have a vertical shape, and if I'm doing mind mapping again, I can connect it. So I can connect anything I want here and create another shape and bring that on and create just a really good graphic organizer or mind map. You can go in and edit your lines at any time. Maybe I want my line to just go straight up. And maybe you want your line to go straight up from a point in the bottom. So notice that you can edit that any way you want. If you want to add text to it very easily, here's the text button. So I can add text to the lines, or if I want to add text to the text box, I can click right here and start typing. I can link to the internet. I can arrange things, order things from front to back. I can import pictures. So just lots of different things you can do. And then you can export that, share it in any way you want, comment on other people's work. There's just lots of things that you can do with Creately. All right. I'm going to go back into my apps, and there's a planetarium app that you really want to look at. Pixlr Editor is really great. I'm going to bring that up. It's a very nice free Google Chromebook. It'll be great for the kids for Google Chromebook. I'm going to open an image from my computer. It's a picture editor. And so I'm going to go into my photos, and I'm going to find a photo that I can edit. And I like to edit Stephen's photos because he has a great little birthmark to remove. I'll just show you how it works. And so let me find one really fast here for you. Here he is. Okay, I'm going to bring Stephen on here. And there's a little healing tool. Notice he has a little birthmark right up here. And I can change the percentage of how I can zoom in or out on this. But here's a little Band-Aid tool that will let me take away little blemishes. I can increase the size of that. Just put it right over the little blemish, and boom, it's gone. I could even take out a couple wrinkles and make them young again. Look at these little crow's feet. Boom, gone. Or I've added extra problems to him. So anyhow, you can do some little blemish and healing tools on that. But you can also add text to images, and I could take the head of one picture and put it on another. You can do all kinds of things with online photo editing with Pixlr. So I'm going to leave that again, get back into my apps. One other thing I want to share on this page is this loop collage. You can take your pictures and put them into different shapes. So you can take photos and make them different shapes, like pictures of flowers or hearts or whatever you want. So loop collage is a good one. All right, don't miss that one. All right. Prezi is on here, Powtoon is on here. Really easy ways to link to some of these websites or applications. DocHub will let you fill out actual PDF documents or sign them. EarthMap is a really good one that's kind of like Google Earth. And I really like this diary journal. Kids can create a journal or a diary for any academic purpose. I went over those pretty fast, but I know, let me go back to this one so I can show you what we were talking about here. I must have overwrote my extensions and apps document. But if you scroll down and you're going to see some more. Tiki-Taki is a great timeline app. So just know that there are lots and lots. And if you just go into the Chrome Web Store and you go into apps and then you put the category as education, then you'll be able to find quite a few. And remember to look for this runs offline too if you want kids to do something offline. So here they are. I showed this one to you before, Zaption. That was the one that I shared in the last Ask You Questions about my video throughout. I probably will do that again this time too. And here you go. Notice there are bunches and bunches of really good applications. I hope that this session was helpful to you. It was on Google Chrome apps and Chrome extensions. Remember, extensions are little programs that are running up here. Apps are links to websites for the Chromebooks. And if you find an app that you really like and you want all your students to have it, Mr. Essink can actually push them out to Chromebooks automatically. For the younger kids and for the older kids, you can really easily just take them and tell them what to search for and they can load it on their Chromebook. All right, thank you very much.